So today's video is obviously a Halloween tutorial. This is my take on sort of like a woodland fairy kind of look. I just got inspired by some images I saw on Pinterest and wanted to create a like woodland fairy, obviously. So this is what I came up with. It's very easy to recreate. It's a little bit time consuming, but honestly it's very, very easy to do. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start out, I'm going to prime my skin using my Natural Glamour primer. This one's just like a silicone based primer, so it's going to create a smooth base and make all the products that we're going to put on blend a lot easier. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This one's in the shade W3, and this is just going to give my skin a nice perfected base so that when we go over the top with all our greens and golds and everything, it all looks perfect and not out of place. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. So I'm going to start off by filling them in as I normally would, but I'm going to make them a lot more bushier, and at the front I'm going to bush them up a bit. So when I'm at the front of the brow, I'm just going to flick upwards and not worry if it goes outside of the brow shape, because we want it to be nice and bushy. The dip brow is a bit too slippery to create the whole bushiness effect, so I'm going to go in with my Naked Basics palette by Urban Decay, and I'm just going to take this shade here, which is called Naked 2, and I'm just going to reinforce that bushiness that I want. And then to add some more texture, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Brow Plumper in Blonde and just brush all of those hairs upwards. I look like I've got crazy eyebrows. I'm going to move on to my eyes, so I'm going to take my MAC Painterly Paint Pot just on my finger, and I'm going to spread that over my lids and right up to my eyebrow. So for eyes, I'm going to start out with Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to buff that all over my crease and my eye pretty much. I'm taking it quite high, like right up to the brow pretty much. Then I'm going to take the shade Cocoa Bear, which is this nice deep like warm toned reddish brown, and that's going on my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to focus this kind of above the crease, and I'm kind of creating like a cut crease. You want to bring that right into this inner corner, like pretty much bringing it to where your nose is. Any excess product, I'm not adding any more, and really carve out that inner section. Then just going in with that first blending brush again, I'm just going to blend. I'm then going to take the shade Envy, which is like this beautiful emerald green, like shimmery kind of color, and I'm going to take that on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to start pressing this into the outer sort of third outer V of my eye. And once I've got most of the color on the outer part, I'm going to start dragging it in. Then just with the 217 brush, I'm just going to blend the edges of that shade. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of this black shade just out of the Naked Basics palette. You can use any matte black. And I'm just going to pick a bit up on my blending brush and take that in the outer V. Then I'm going to pick up a bit of this foiled eyeshadow called Magic Act. It's a really nice gold. And just on my finger, I'm going to take that onto the very center of the lid. and just press it. Using the flat shader brush that we used to apply the emerald shade, just blend the edges. Then you just want to line your tight line with a black pencil. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Magic Act gold foiled shadow, and I'm just going to quite intensely highlight my brow bone. I imagine fairies to be very, very highlighted. And I'm also going to place that in the inner corner quite heavily as well. I'm just going to conceal my under eyes and any redness with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And I'm just going to push that into my skin using my Real Techniques sculpting brush. I'm just going to set that concealer in place using this banana shade from the Models Prefer contouring kit. And then I'm going to start sculpting my face using this warm toned brownish shade in the bottom corner. I'm just taking a Real Techniques contour brush. Pretty much taking that right down to where my corners of my mouth are. And I'm going to use a fair bit on my jawline just to really sharpen it out and make it quite squared at the corners. And don't worry too much if it looks a bit muddy, because we're going in with some green, so it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to take just an eyeshadow blending brush with the same shade, and I'm going to take that along my nose, but starting from right up at the brow. Now I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm going to pick up some of this brightish green shade and mix it with a bit of this dark green, so these two colours, and I'm just going to take that on the point of my contour brush, and we are just going to start building up the contour by adding green, obviously. And then you just want to start buffing that around the outer perimeters of the face. Then I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This is just an eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to pick up some of that darker green with a little bit of the shimmery green, and I'm just going to start to build up the intensity just closer to my hairline. I'm going to take that onto my ears so I have nice green ears. Okay, I'm going to go in with my foundation brush just because this bit of contour is looking quite harsh. I mean, who would expect a green contour to look harsh? But I'm just going to blend the edges. Then to add some like kind of mossy effect to the brows, I'm going to take this L'Oreal pigment. Just going to flick it through my brows. It's not going to add that much of an effect, but when the light hits it in certain positions, it's going to look green and more fairy-like. I'm going to go back into the Cocoa Bear shade, which is this one right here from Makeup Geek on my 217, and I'm just going to start to buff underneath my eyes. And this does have a bit of black and kind of emerald left on it, so it's going to deepen it up a bit. Then I'm going to take the foiled eyeshadow in Jester and just place that underneath the eyes. Okay, I'm going to add some blush. I'm going to use Milani Luminoso's blush and blend that onto my cheeks. And then I'm actually going to use Magic Act to highlight my face as well. I'm just using my sculpting brush to make sure the edges are blended. Waiting for you is like waiting for rain in a drought. Useless and disappointing. Okay, so now my lashes are on, I am going to take, I've got this little strip of Diamantes and I'm going to use some of the like emerald greeny coloured ones and some of the silver ones, and I'm just going to place them on random spots on my face. Okay, for the lips, I think I'm going to do green with gold in the centre. So I'm going to take this Rimmel Scandalised pencil in Gossip Green. And then I'm going to go into this BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette and I'm going to mix a little bit of this gold colour up here with a little bit of the one below. And I'm just going to apply this into the centre. And for the outer parts, I'm going to use that shimmery green from the Take Me to Brazil palette again. And create kind of an ombre lip. Okay, so I just gave my hair a quick curl, and then what I'm going to do is find a brush. So if you have a teasing comb, use that, or a comb. I actually snapped mine, but I'm going to use it anyways. And I'm just going to literally make my hair big. Big and fluffy. Don't worry about messiness, because if you live in the woods, I don't think you're going to be having silky smooth hair, in my personal opinion. And I actually got these Christmas ornaments from Big W yesterday, but I figured they would go cool in my hair, so I'm just gonna work out a way to apply, like put these in my hair. And then I'm just gonna take some of this light greenish shade from the BH Cosmetics palette and just brush some of that into my roots. And bring some more down onto my forehead. I'm going to spray some Fix Plus just so I can get some more pigment to bring down onto my neck. And then I also got some of these little leaf embellishments. These are just from Kmart. They're actually in the scrapbooking section of Kmart. I'm going to just put some of these into my hair. Kind of just want to add to the whole woodsy outdoor feeling, you know? And that is going to be my completed Woodland Fairy Halloween makeup tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it turned out well. I hope it all filmed well, because this is my first Halloween tutorial. I've never done one before, so I'm really hoping that it works out. And yes, please don't forget to tag me in any photos on Instagram. Just use the hashtag BrieOsborne if you create this look or any of my other looks. And please leave any requests for future Halloween tutorials down below if you have anything in particular that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic month of October, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!